Hello, in this video, I will be showing you NextLabs SkyDRM Rights Management extension for ProjectWise. SkyDRM integrates seamlessly with Bentley ProjectWise, providing centralized policies for dynamic access control to safeguard files inside or outside of ProjectWise. Before we get started, here are some of the key capabilities of SkyDRM for ProjectWise. In the first portion of this use case, we will look at controlling access to protected DGN files in ProjectWise and when exported from ProjectWise. To demonstrate this, we will be using ProjectWise Explorer and MicroStation. We will also be incorporating users John Smith, Dan Miller, and Harper Taylor with the following resources. Here, John Smith is already logged in to SkyDRM. I will now navigate to Work Area F12345 in ProjectWise Explorer and access subfolder CIV HYD. I will right-click the double door cabinet.dgn and select SkyDRM, then check Protection. As expected, John Smith has view and edit permission on this file. Now, let's double-click to check it out and open it. With the file now opened, John Smith can see the decrypted content and he can make adjustments to the file since he has edit permissions. Now, let's navigate to the subfolder com. I will check the protection on the railing.dgn file. As expected, it shows only view permissions. Next, I will navigate to Work Area G0001, subfolder com, and will check the protection on the single door cabinet.dgn file. And as you can see, John Smith has no permissions on this file. I will double-click to check it out and open it. As you can see here, John Smith is denied access as he does not have the necessary permissions. Now, let's export those three files from ProjectWise to the local disk. We can create a new folder F12345 CIV HYD to export the double door cabinet.dgn file. Create another folder F12345 com to export the railing.dgn file. And create folder G0001 com to export the single door cabinet.dgn file. If we go into each new folder, you can see that the exported files from ProjectWise each have a .nxl extension, which is automatically added to the files and indicates that the file is protected. Let's verify this protection for different users. As John Smith, I will double-click to open this file. First, I'll open the file double door cabinet from Work Area F12345 CIV HYD. We can see that John Smith can see the decrypted content and has edit permissions. The second file railing is from Work Area F12345 com. We can see that John Smith can see the decrypted content but does not have edit permissions. The last file, Single Door Cabinet, is from Work Area G0001. Here, we see that access is denied as John Smith does not have any permissions for this work area. After going through this, we can see that the access control rights are still valid for unmanaged files. Let's check if this is consistent for user Dan Miller. I'll start by logging in and we'll go to Work Area F12345 CIV HYD subfolder. You can see that Dan Miller has no permissions on the files in this subfolder. Now, let's check Harper Taylor's permissions on a file in the same subfolder. I will complete the same operations as before for files in Work Area F12345 CIV HYD subfolder. And as you can see, Harper Taylor is allowed to view and edit the file. With this, we conclude the first portion of this use case. In the second portion, we will show access control on protected DGN files by project phase in ProjectWise. The user will have the different permissions on the protected files with different project phases in a subfolder of a work area of ProjectWise. Let me go to ProjectWise Explorer with PWAdmin account and open the Work Area Properties dialog. You can see this project is now in the design phase. Let's check the file protection when John Smith is logged in. As you can see, he only has view and edit permissions on track file and ventilation file. Now, PWAdmin will change the phase to construction and will save the file. We will wait for the background classification to update. Once again, as John Smith, I will check the same file on Explorer. The file's classification is updated and can only view the files as seen when verifying the ventilation file and track file. With this, we conclude our video on controlling access to files in ProjectWise. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the NextLabs channel and stay tuned for more data-centric security videos.